It's day 10 of the 31 Days of Tarot, and we are talking about your most impactful tarot moments of 2016. So it is a wonderful, beautiful day here in New Hampshire. It is 50 degrees out, so I decided to sit on my porch and do a little bit of catch up because I'm a little bit behind. So when I started thinking about what my most impactful tarot moment of 2016 was originally, I was just kind of like, I don't know. And because I think when you do a lot of reading, sometimes it all kind of blurs together and you do have really impactful experiences, but 6 months later, it doesn't feel as impactful because it integrated. So I feel like my most impactful moment actually was something that happened fairly recently, and I feel like it's something that hasn't integrated, so it's still kind of sticking out to me. And this experience happened when I went to the Wild Woman Wellness Center in Chichester, New Hampshire, for the very first time. I went to an intuitive development group, and we did this exercise where we were going to do a reading for ourselves. And there were a handful of decks. I think there were maybe three or four decks that got passed around in the circle, and you were to take one card from each, or more if you felt called to, or if more fell out of the deck. And because I'm clumsy, I usually don't do the whole if it falls out of the deck thing. I'm like, no, I have this way I do my shuffling. But since I was in a circle that was being led by somebody else, I was kind of open to other modes of shuffling. And the first deck I pulled one card out of, and I think the second deck, two cards fell out of it. And then on the third deck, an entire little packet of 5 cards fell out. In retrospect, I wish I had taken a picture of this reading, but I didn't, so I'm not remembering it 100%, I don't think. But I do remember it kind of split along lines of work and relationships. So it was kind of a 2-in-1. So it might have been a 3-in-1. I just don't remember what the third subject was. And kind of in the work section, it was kind of pointing to you need to step up into the community as a leader and a teacher, which was kind of something I'd been thinking about. And it was oh, and especially since I was at this women's center for the very first time. So there was all of this excitement. It's oh, new person who can teach things, yay! And then I get to the relationship part of it, and it kind of the way it kind of falls out paints this little picture of you're gonna meet somebody and you're gonna get in a committed relationship and you're gonna start a family, and I was just I don't know about that. But okay. And one of the things that so struck me about this reading was I felt like I was being called out in public about stuff. Because, yeah, totally want to teach stuff. Yeah, totally want to start a family. Totally want to meet somebody. Totally want to have kids. Want those things. Absolutely. Do they freak me out to the point where I almost can't talk about them? Absolutely. Those are subjects that, if they come up conversationally with me, I entirely shut down 90% of the time. Because, oh no, I'm supposed to want that. I can't want that. Fuck that. Even though I do want that, if I'm really honest with myself. So yeah, that was my most impactful tarot moment of 2016, and I'm gonna upload this before I delete it.